Well, early voting starts today, and before you head out to the polls this morning, just make sure that you are prepared. News West 9's Rachel Ripp tells you what you can bring with you to help in this voting process. Rachel.
Joe, there are a few additional items that the early voting centers will have for you today, but the most important thing to bring to the polls is your knowledge of the candidates. If you come patriotic and prepared to the polls, you'll be pleased with the process. You'll need your ID and voter registration card, or just your ID. There are some things you can and can't bring.
You cannot bring any candidate information. You cannot bring it on your phone. You can have a piece of paper. You can have the newspaper. You can have our sample ballot that you can print off on our website.
Once you're closer than 100 feet to the polling location, you have to turn off your phone. You can have the candidates you're planning to choose already written down on a sheet of paper, or their names circled on the sample ballot for reference when voting. That's been the case for every election. But what makes this one unique is the addition of COVID-19 friendly products at the voting centers.
We've had more preparation to do getting ready versus what extra the voter needs to bring. We're trying to make it as easy as we can.
They have sanitizers, masks, and face shields, cleaning supplies to wipe down the voting machines after each voter, clean pens, security screens, and poll workers will be wearing gloves and masks. But you can bring your own stylus, mask, hand sanitizer, and gloves if you want. And since hand sanitizer can ruin paper ballots, voters are encouraged to use it on their way out of the vote center.
The main thing that we want is a very safe, well-run, effective election for Midland.
Now, if you don't have a form of photo ID, you can also bring a bank statement, a government check, a pay stub, or an old voter certificate. Now, the early voting centers, there are 5 of them. They're on this sheet here that the elections office gave me. So they're the Annex, the one right behind me, Calvary Assembly of God, Centennial Library, Fairmont Park Church of Christ, and St. Paul's Methodist Church. Now, if you have any further questions about voting or early voting, be sure to check out our voter toolkit on newswest9.com. Reporting live in Midland County, I'm Rachel Ripp.